What's up, Goth Gamer Nation? Wait, maybe you aren't the Goth Gamer Nation. Maybe you're the Gamer Cell Nation. Maybe you're a bunch of little, stinky little incels. Or something like that. I don't know. Uh, Either way, this one might be for you. I know that we started this channel out with, pretty neutral ground to start with in terms of edgy content. I'd say that Postal 2 is lovingly and hilariously known in some circles as the libertarian simulator of video games. Um, Smoking weed, which we haven't got to yet, but I'll show you that. It's catnip. Owning and firing lots of firearms, very two-way kind of activity. Um, and then we went into the deep dark, as far left as you can go, to the point where it was bordering on satanic levels of fetishy debauchery in the Manhunt video. Uh, and maybe some of you guys aren't into that kind of stuff. Maybe some of you aren't as broken and fucked up as I am in the same ways. Maybe you're here for the edge, you're here for the gratuitous violence, you're here for the gore, but maybe you don't want any of that nasty trash culture nonsense that comes with it. Maybe you want something a little more refined and aesthetic, a little more fine-tuned with your version of Tismo brain, where instead of needing extreme stimulation through weird sex, you need extreme stimulation through structured systems and order and power and things that are more appealing to a militaristic sense, maybe. I thought today we could kind of deliver on those fronts and try out something that's been something I've been revisiting lately in my own time that I've really been enjoying, which is Soldier of Fortune. Specifically, the PC Platinum Edition of Soldier of Fortune, uh, which is going to be really great for you guys because I can play it in a higher resolution instead of 480 by 640 or whatever the standard is, and we can uh, go down memory lane together and look at a game that was very much maligned in its time in its own right on the opposite end of the political spectrum from something like Manhunt, and in a more serious camp than something like Postal 2. Uh, but also, it was treated the way it was because of its associations with gratuitous violence that it had on display, and also with the military magazine of the same name, which is it wasn't just any military magazine. Soldier of Fortune was a mercenary magazine. Uh and it got into a lot of hot water because not only was it controversial from the start for covering specifically mercenary warfare across the globe for like 2 decades, but they used to run classified ads in those magazines that actually got wrapped up in some homicide investigations because these were gun for hire ads, real gun for hire ads. So we're gonna play the video game equivalent that is literally licensed after the mercenary magazine Soldier of Fortune. So if that sounds cool to you and you're a stinky little gamer cell and not a stinky little fet life nonsense nasty, uh this might be the series for you instead of those other two. Or if you're cool with it all, then maybe we can learn to get along and have a good time together and just enjoy gratuitous violence and gore together regardless of our interest or our backgrounds. So without further ado, let's dismember some people in the ghoul system, the cutting edge gore engine of the time in Soldier of Fortune Platinum Edition. Love Raven Soft. Raven Software. Good stuff. They've made a lot of cool stuff. Alright, guys. Welcome to Soldier of Fortune. Are you working? Still working? Alright. Sorry, this game is really weird because the even at a high resolution it doesn't go up far enough to be in a full screen with my setup. So I had to do a lot of different little tweaks here and there to try and get this to work as best I could. And it seems like it glitches out the recording software a little bit, so I'm going to stop and do a check again once we get going on the first level here, and then I should be done from there, so we should be good. I'm going to play on medium, I think. As far as I can tell, I have played through this recently, and people say that the difficulty once you get past medium is very broken toward the very end of the game, to the point where it's almost unbeatable. So just for the sake of being able to finish this playthrough, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it on medium.
This isn't a military operation. I can't let you boys go down there.
Doesn't sound like you have a choice, Captain.
All right, you win. We don't know what these scumbags are up to down there, but we do know their leader's name.
Saber! Saber, the plan's failed! We can hostages. Whatever it takes, I want those explosives detonated.
Kill Saber, you've killed the gang.
Understood.
John, take this in.
Saber's a hardcore
Meet you at Station
motherfucker.
6C.
Good luck, Hawk.
He said, I'm gonna execute this fucking hostage for no reason. No reason at all. Okay, the recording stuff is working fine. I think we should be good. Let me just adjust my own volume down here. Alright, so, hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Soldier of Fortune Platinum. This game rocks my socks. I love me a good classic shooter. This is like, it's something that seems to reside in a pretty magical place between something like Quake and something like Half-Life, in terms of the overall good game feel, and I love that. Hold on, this is way too dark. Let me set that. Oh, it's way too much though. Oh man. Fuck me, man. I crashed the game, but it's okay. We're gonna roll with it because I think it's kind of funny. I crashed the game by like slightly changing a setting because that's how well this game runs. Oh man. You gotta love old tech stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Ooh. Yeah, there we go. So if you want to know how to get into the violence of Soldier of Fortune, the kind of specific aesthetic of violence that they're kind of going for here, think about the edgier side of like 90s comic books. in terms of how the aesthetic ended up being. Uh, I think they originally wanted to go for something a lot more grounded and realistic and gritty, but what we got was kind of a caricature. It's very comic booky, kind of like some of the more gratuitous stuff you'd see out of older issues of like The Punisher or something like that. If you want an idea of how to kind of approach this despite its low polyness, that dude was just hissing. Thank God he didn't have a modeled cock, or else I would have not been able to show that. Or I don't know, fucking whatever. How long until like I can't even show like intro? I don't know. We'll see. Might do a Psycho not gaming specific new logo for rebrand. I'm recycling a logo that I use for my overall account aesthetic, so it wouldn't be out of the question to just go ahead and make a new that wasn't in any way, shape, or form risque. That's specifically just for gaming. I think that would actually be really fun. I could make something that has like an in-cable through a helmet, a bunch of wires hooked into a brain or something like that. We could do something like that. Really cool. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna make a new logo. I'm gonna make a new intro and everything. Eventually. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm just ready for it now. I'm stoked.
Hey, shut up!
Man, look at me, saving all the civilians. I rock. I'm such a good little soldier boy. I'm pranking that soldier boy. Yeah. Okay.
He's in here!
Oh shit, here they come. What's up? Yeah, so this game is pretty over the top, pretty in your face, pretty fast paced. Throwing enemy after enemy after enemy at you all the time. I'm so in love with this era of 3D graphics. I'm so in love with the aesthetic of this. Perfect amount of polygons. I love the like really nice texture detail wrapped around these like low poly assets. It's such a cool look. I'm so into it. Blast. So anyways, I started blasting. Then I started blasting. Whoa. Call me Danus DeVitus. This Vetus. Let me in. There we go. Uh-oh. No killing civilians. None of that. We don't like that. Oh, I don't need this.
John, you read? Go ahead. NYPD has a large group surrounded near Station 6C. Heads up.
Yeah, so the dismemberment system in this game was pretty fucking cutting edge for the time. The violence is pretty intense still. Like, this is some wild shit. But the dismemberment system was called the Ghoul. The Ghoul, like the graveyard ghoul modeling system. And it, at least I think it's like graveyard ghoul. I think it's spelled like that. Modeling system. And it, let you do all these crazy points of damage on people. This will look not super crazy compared to what you already saw in Postal 2, but for the time, which obviously this predates it a little bit, you know, is it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty gratuitous. I have the settings from the last time I played turned on to where it's going to keep as many of the graphical effects and assets and corpses and blood and guts and stuff around as long as the game will allow. So I'm going to hope that'll give us some good gory moments of walking back and forth through the carnage that we want in our path. Why is this door here? Why is it this level where there's no step up, there's no nothing? Interesting. Missing kids because the world is dark and gritty. They want you to know. Hey, say Raven. Yeah, Raven saw. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Self-referential graffiti. I love how it seems like these guys are very like they're not going all in on it, but it seems like they're very much supposed to be skinheads, like a not neo-Nazi gang or some shit by the logos that they have on their shit. This almost like I don't think it's supposed to be like it's supposed to just be like a normal. No, oh no, he shot that hobo. It's supposed to be kind of like a normal present day kind of a setting. Train. Shoot that just because. But it almost, especially this first level, it almost feels like some fucking Escape from New York kind of shit. Like it feels sort of like near future dystopian in the aesthetic. There's I don't know, there's just something about it. It's very like 80s like gritty action movie. But like still kind of like goofy, gaffy, over the top too. I like that. I like that about it a lot.
John, it's Saber. Get him!
Oh shit! Hit Saber. He's gonna get away. That's a crazy power move to just ride away on the fucking train like that. I don't want us to take these guys in. I'm gonna save you guys some paperwork. Sorry. This is my male power fantasy, and it'll play out the way I want it. So speaking of skinhead gangs, I just finished the first episode of my playthrough for Manhunt, and we just got to the junkyard levels. That's what's coming up next. Oh damn. He dying slow. But something about the Blood Moon mod is it restores things that I think were originally planned for the game, but they decided to cut for official shelf release.
Something big has happened. Much bigger than this gang war.
Not much of a cutscene. But you probably, if you have watched that video, you'll have seen at the very end that it showed like a 1488, a swastika, and all that shit. They restored the art assets, not just in graffiti, but like on the character models themselves for the gang members to have real like Nazi paraphernalia instead of the made-up symbols that they made to connote the same thing. Which I'm not sure I really care or think it adds anything. It's interesting change. There are certain liberties that mod takes that are just really neat to see, and it's neat to read into the comments on mods for Manhunt 1 and 2, because usually there's some like deep specific reason that people will make changes like that documented the whole time. So yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Story of this isn't too deep. Terrorist group stole a bunch of nukes. We're trying to track the nukes down and stop them from getting sold off to more terrorist groups. That's pretty much the gist of the whole thing. So cutscenes aren't super important. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty simple stuff. But yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited about this playthrough as well, but I'm excited about more Postal and more Manhunt. I'm excited to jump into all kinds of different stuff. I have some kind of like Resident Evil clone, like classic survival horror style newer games. I have a bunch of demos for games like that downloaded that I want to do some like one-shot kind of videos for. I think that'll be fun. Or maybe like a long stream where I just like kind of run through a bunch of them, and then I have that cut as one longer thing, like a session play. We'll see. Oh yeah. Level 2, and we are already on a fucking train level, and we're in a completely different area. Super cool stuff. Also, this game's score did not have to go this hard. I appreciate it. I appreciate that it does, but it's wild. It's wild that they put this much into it. So cinematic. It's really nice. I like it. Blast. So I got this game. I got the gold edition of it on the PS2 when I was a kid. Sorry, I gotta put these guys out. Sorry. And I remember getting stuck on this level because I had no idea what to do next, and I didn't realize the entire time that I was able to break that box back there that I broke to get to this part. I was just kind of like stuck on that first train. The weapon wheel sensitivity is too high right now. There we go. There we go. Sorry. This is actually... I think I concentrate a little bit because this fight gets kind of ridiculous. The helicopter doing some damage. Maybe I'll just use the pistol, because I have a ton of pistol ammo. I want to keep going, but if I get outside, he can fucking throw me down pretty quickly. So, unfortunately, I kind of have to just chill, hang back a little bit. Ooh. See that? He like shreds the armor. Shredded right through it. Keep accidentally overcorrecting with the weapon. Oh shit! Okay, so the last time I played this, I thought I just had to plow into that fucking helicopter with a ton of damage, so I just spent like all my ammo on it and eventually blew it up, I think. But I had no idea that I could actually land a sniper round on the pilot. That's wild. Wow, that was really cool. So I'm really excited to have my channel up and going. I'm really excited to keep making stuff for you guys. But this weekend, I'm getting to go on a little mini vacation. Me and my partner Chloe and some of our close friends are we rented an Airbnb right over the line in Michigan, and we're going to have a board game weekend, and it's going to be super rad. And one thing that we do for one another when we do get-togethers like that is we take turns making meals for one another, which is super fun. And food is like a love language for me, so I'm like super stoked about being able to cook for friends. Like, it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. In my cold, blackened, dead heart. Makes it beat at least once. But I'm really excited about that because I made a big old pot of jambalaya and did a bunch of experimental stuff I haven't done before when I prepped it. and I think it's going to come out really awesome. And it is cooked, and it's going to marinade in transit and soak in all those flavors. And I think it's going to be thebomb.com when I finally get around to
I'll be damned. Only
serving
one
it
knew.
out. Hell yeah. Good action scene. Love that. Love that for him. Love that for John. Getting to run away from an explosion on a speeding train like that. I could see my mercenary cash earned. I love this place so much. I want like a 10-hour ambience aesthetic video of just this used bookstore here. Which, of course, isn't just any used bookstore. It's a front for something. But what?
Not so close, please. Thanks.
Okay. Sorry.
Excuse me. I don't know you.
These people do not like John at all. What's up, man?
Excuse me.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bother anybody. I just want to talk to you. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Browse. Hey, what's up?
Excuse me. I'm looking for a back issue of Soldier of Fortune magazine, July '89.
I think I can help you.
I like his obvious Harley Davidson shirt. And I like this like flat texture stuff on the desk here. That's my bread and butter. This kind of art, like this like flat texture, but we're trying to make it look rudimentary, like 3D with shadow effects and shit, like painted under it. Just like ooh, I love it. I love it so much. It makes my brain get all the happy chemicals. Ooh, weapons room, weapons locker. Look at all that. That glass effect. Very nice, very nice. Makes it a little more believable, a little more realistic. Up, guys?
John, sounds like we have our work cut out for us.
3 more nukes, each one in a hotbed of its own.
Uh-oh.
What's first?
Kosovo. A Serb faction there is fighting again.
Just days after NATO peacekeepers left.
I'm ready.
Then get online. Let's see what the shop has for you.
Alright. Oops.
Access granted.
Access granted.
Mission information downloaded.
Alright. Classification eyes only. Subject Queen Bee. Email briefing. Congratulations on the job well done, Psychonaut. A radical Serb army faction resumed fighting with the Kosovo Liberation Army last week, taking over a small town in the east. Though NATO has withdrawn, Russian peacekeepers remain in the region, making this a very delicate situation. Nuclear warhead number two, codename Queen Bee, is believed to be in Serb possession. Sources inside reveal NATO headquarters as a possible target. This is a grave situation, as any nuclear confrontation with Serbia will inevitably involve the Russians, and they won't be on our side. If we don't recover Queen Bee, it could mean world war. Oh. Intelligence reports indicate the Serbs are transporting Queen Bee by way of an underground convoy in the city sewers. Neutralize the bomb and your pay is $20,000. Good luck, Psychonaut. 20,000 for saving the fucking world, man. That's chump change. That's crazy. Pig sticker combat knife. Always have to have our pig sticker combat knife. I'm gonna immediately upgrade to this 44 handgun, the Silver Talon, and have some real stopping power in my hands. Shotgun is super OP. Yeah, just grab him as well. And the Raptor SMG. I'm so excited to shoot this SMG again. It's such a satisfying feeling. Oh, it's so good. Such a good shotgun SMG in this game. Let's see, get that ballistic armor. think I'll also take frag grenades and plastic explosives. Alrighty. Deploy. Yeah. So, yeah, also for this weekend vacation, I made a really simple dessert that I'm excited to try.
The naval bombing has
It's
begun. Watch your
diced
step.
up
See you at the
strawberry
pumping station.
and strawberry yogurt put into like kind of a little clump and then frozen and then dipped in there's like a third of them in dark chocolate, a third in white, and a third in milk chocolate, and then there are some left over that aren't coated in anything, and they're just the yogurt bars. So I hope that those are a kick. They're really simple. It's not anything special, but I just thought it would be a fun last minute. That'll be our dessert after the bottomless jambalaya. I love to cook. Do any of you love to cook? I really love to cook. I know I just said like a really basic ass dessert, but that's not what I mean. Like the jambalaya and stuff, and like more involved dishes and things. Like I really enjoy making. It's super fun. Like I love actively cooking, like having to actually watch a pot or a stove and pay attention to what you're doing. It's really fun. And getting to play around with and experiment with ingredients and spices and additives. What a cool animation. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Stop that. Don't do that. Yeah, so, Soldier of Fortune, the first game in the series, later into the development, they actually had a guy come on board who is the real life John Mullins, who is the character that we're playing in the game, and he was a real retired mercenary with a bunch of Tor stories about shit that he saw and conflicts that he was involved in. And he offered to give accounts of the stuff that he had experienced in that life he lived, in that career, as inspiration for situations that would be included or potentially included in the game. But they were far enough along in development by the time that he got on board that they ended up not being able to really use a lot of the information that he gave or implement those stories into the game at all. So he was mostly only in this game as a namesake. But in the second game, in Soldier of Fortune Double Helix, they based way more of the missions on John's real life and lived experiences, and that game is a lot more grounded and slower paced and kind of a somber tone. It's not like a high octane action or like over the top gritty kind of a game. And the gore engine is even more detailed and crazy in that one, but it's not played in nearly as gratuitous or over the top of a way. It's played in a much more it's still very brutal, but it's played in a way that's a little more respectfully grounded, I think, and not so much just there for the gratuity of it, which is really interesting. It's a really interesting tonal shift, but I think they pulled it off super duper well, and I'm really excited to play Double Helix on the channel. I think that'll be a really fun time. It's a really fun shooter, and playing it on PC versus the Xbox port I played and grew up with a ton of hours, it's night and day. Like, it's insane. I feel so bad. Like, Soldier of Fortune 1, the gold edition on the PS2 was it's passable. Like, when you don't know any better and you're not like a PC gamer, like it plays pretty well. Like, it's not a terrible time at all. In fact, when I first started revisiting the series like a couple months ago, or so, I played that first. I just jumped in on my PS2 and played the Gold Edition disc, and didn't get all the way through the game, but got several levels in, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, but then the eye strain starts to catch up to you because you're not like fucking 10 anymore, and shit hurts. So I was like, okay, I have to play on a real monitor and look at this game in high definition. So I jumped onto the PC to get it, and I went ahead because it happened to be on sale when I was looking. I got this, I got the second game, Double Helix, and I got the third game, Payback, as well, which I have it's like a guilty pleasure nostalgia connection to, even though it's just, it's a really trash shooter overall. It's not nearly as bad as I think people make it out to be. It's just awful as a Soldier of Fortune game. It's kind of a, oh, look at the sorry state that this franchise ended up being sort of an experience, which is too bad. But I still like it. I still like it enough. I'll probably maybe I'll run through it on here at some point because it's a really short game as well, and if anything, I can just milk it for the gore effects. Like, they're also not nearly as impressive as any of the other entries, but they're there. It's like a 7th gen shooter, so their graphics are they're not by any stretch of the imagination beautiful or anything. It's just it's really not a great game. It's just I'll play it to play it. But what was I saying? At least I think I turned it off. Maybe I did. Last time I played this level, I got... Whoops. I actually didn't take hardly any fall damage for that. That's funny. Last time I played this level, I got really terribly lost. I think I'm running through it pretty well. Yeah. My keyboard, my wireless keyboard, the control button's in a very awkward spot that's a hard reach for my keyboard, just because it's a pretty compact keyboard, so it's in a spot that's not in like a full-size one. I really need to upgrade so that I can deal with that, because there are a lot of games that require like control to crouch and crouch jumping and things that are going to be really annoying with it just being there. If you notice all the times I've fumbled really simple jumps in this episode, it's because it's like so counterintuitive to even try when it's in that spot. I could just rebind it, but like, it's not like annoying enough to be able to warrant that for me, I guess. I'll just get a new keyboard in a couple weeks or something. Oh damn, he's right there. That's too bad. No mercy. Negotiate terms. So, for 4th of July weekend, thought I would be patriotic for once in my life, even though I don't have an ounce of nationalism in my blood. But me and my partner Chloe and our friend Tina decided to. Well, I kind of made them. I was like, we should watch this movie, and then they trusted me with the movie decision, which should never happen. But I had them watch Team America: World Police, and neither of them had seen it before, and that was a hoot and a holler. Let me tell you, that was a fun time. That was a revisit that I really needed. I needed to cackle like an R slur for an hour and a half while they got a normal amount of enjoyment out of it. I needed that. I needed them to witness me in that state. I needed them to witness me at my lowest. It's a way of keeping myself in check. I actually don't remember how to use the items. I'm gonna have to look at the controls real quick. Let's see. It's left shift. Oh. Oh, it's timed. Okay. I thought it was a holy clicker. Well, I'm glad the explosion didn't, like, blow me away, because I was way too close to it. Oh, yeah, okay, so let's me get over this. Cool.
Doesn't look like a Serbian symbol on those crates.
Doesn't look like a Serbian film in those crates. Lost shipment from unearthed films. Lost copies. Serbian film documentary. I'm just kidding. That's coming. That's fine. Shit goes slow. Well worth it when Unearthed be putting out good releases. And they have so many awesome. This is only for people that are in, like, extreme cinema. They're into those scenes, but, like, Unearthed Films has been having some heavy hitters to their catalog the past couple of years. It's been super solid. Super solid stuff. I'm super stoked about it. I'm really excited about. I pre-ordered the film "The Sound of Summer" by this guy named Guy.
We have a new mission for you too. Also such a
director who lives in Japan.
With your expertise, we can win back the town. Forget the
With,
capture stealth bomber you're going
Not
after.
with
Bomber?
anything or anything.
Without any
Friends
significant
and
weapon,
hang out
I
now
promise
and
you,
have a
it
podcast
is
together.
useless to them.
You scope out the location of
Another
this bomber.
director that I
UAV
really
must
love,
already be on board.
Dave
I'll take
Jackson,
out the
who
gun.
made
Hurry,
a
John!
movie I love called Cat-Sick Blues. If you haven't seen that and you like indie horror and you like bizarro movies, you should really check out Cat-Sick Blues. That's a fever dream of a flick. It was a fun time. Unless, of course, you're a little gamer cell and you don't like that horror stuff, that nasty, weird horror stuff. Then in that case, don't watch Cat-Sick Blues. I don't want you to. I don't want you to get in on my thing. I want you to ruin the experience by having me know that you looked at the movie at all. No, it's okay. Like I said, we're all equal opportunity gore hounds here. I don't care how you align, I don't care what you affiliate with, as long as you enjoy bodily dismemberment and you enjoy my stupid commentary over scenes of bodily dismemberment. I think you and I will get along. I am in love with this scene. I love the like faux 3D backgrounds. So nice. So nice. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Look at the color of the sky with the red clouds and the searchlight. Oh, burning church. They're after my heart. Game knows me. It's supposed to be disturbing to see a holy place burning. Sounds like a me problem. Right, gamer says. Reject modernity. You gotta take this world back from the devils like me. The gunplay in this game is so fucking good. It's so good. It feels so good. Oh man, I'm so glad to be revisiting this again. The last time I played, it was the first time I did a playthrough on PC, so I was kind of getting acquainted with the feel of the game after years of only ever playing it at like 30 FPS on a good moment with a controller and really slow acceleration on all the movement speeds. So getting to play it all fast paced on PC is just it's like chef's kiss shit. Love it so much. The submachine gun is so good. Oh no! Papa. He bit him. I don't know if you can tell after the postal video, but I am already feeling a lot more comfortable with commentary. It was just kind of weird to get used to at first because I don't sit around talking to myself, except for when I'm super psycho. So when I was doing it when I wasn't super psycho, it was like really weird. Uh, Not super weird, but you know, it's just strange. It's an adjustment. But now I'm kind of treating this camera lens like it's an actual person or like a friend or someone I care to talk to. As I recede deeper and deeper into a mental state where I can't stand to go outside and interact with the real world, and I can only stand to have parasocial relationships with strangers on the internet. I say before I go on my happy, healthy friend vacation weekend. It's all a lie. I'm lying to all of them. I don't like those people. I don't want to be around those people. It's all a ruse to make myself not look like a sick, so I can be covert op like KGB. I'm covert op like MK Ultra. I'm a super secret psychic, except for you guys, but you're part of the psycho militia. You're allowed to know the plans. I'm the general. I'm the general of the psycho militia. That's what we're here for. You're here to do my bidding. I'm here to brainwash you into doing my bidding and doing all kinds of atrocious shit to make the world shaped in the image that I want it to be. You're my foot soldiers for a new tomorrow. First rule to order. Sorry guys, but no more pineapple on pizza. Actually, I can't even lie about that. I love pineapple on pizza. It's totally fine by me. It would be like it would be kind of like the equivalent of like the Hitler's obsession with like the Aryan race thing, even though he didn't have any of the idealistic characteristics of an Aryan. It's like that sort of a thing. I'd be that kind of like dictator. I'd be the one that would be like, all right, now we can't do any of this shit. This is all debaucherous, low-life shit. And then I'd like have a secret stash in my house, in my bunker. Like I'd be like, Jesus Christ. I'd be like, all right, guys, now no more Twinkies. I'm sorry, but the New World Order doctrine says no more Twinkies. It's got to be that way. I know you don't want to do it, but it's got to. I don't know if I was supposed to do it. It's got to be that way. No more Twinkies, and then I'd have like an entire vault room of my super secret dictator Nazi bunker full of Twinkies, exclusively Twinkies. Like they're all for me. And I wouldn't even be super secretive about it either. I'd be so drunk with power that like if there were somebody like say my like really close officials, like my dudes, you know, my main dudes. Yeah, I was supposed to jump over there. Jesus Christ. Fucked it again. Jesus Christ. I can keep telling you my Nazi fantasies. I would would have like my main guys, like my sworn to secrecy, like inner circle generals or whatever the fuck. They'd just be like watching me stuff my face with Twinkies, and then I would revel in them having to deal with kind of the moral dilemma of seeing me do that and seeing my nonsense. Uh, C4 or some shit. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I had to not talk so I can make that jump. Uh, they'd be like, "Get a load of this guy." I'd be like, "Get a load of this guy." Like, oh, he's eating the Twinkies after he just said he can't have the Twinkies. And then if one of them got it in his mind to be like, mind if you could I maybe just have instead of security for my family after New World Order, or instead of a salary this year, could I just have a box of not just one Twinkie? And I'd be like, no, no. I wouldn't just say. I'd be like, how dare you? How dare you ask me for Twinkie? And I'd like cut off his fucking or something. You know, like just like pure like straight like Saddam Hussein like nailing dude's tongue to the wall type crazy dictator shit. That's like what I would be doing. Uh, just to you know keep up like a kooky workplace atmosphere, like just like a ooh we have fun around here kind of an atmosphere. You know, that's why I do it. That's the point. Uh, yeah, I would do it for that. That's why. That's why I would do it. And it would be a really swell time. Being, I feel, we. That's fucking that is dumb as shit. Not the bit, the end of the bit was there. That was shitty. I'm sorry. It was really dumb. I shouldn't joke. Ever. I shouldn't be allowed to joke. I shouldn't be allowed to have a YouTube channel. I should be allowed to speak openly about anything. No reason that there need to be limits to free speech. And they take the piss out of things that are way too serious. Talk about things that are way too serious. As I swim between the streets. Damn, okay. I gotta end this fucking video, man. I've been going for a minute here. Yeah, that's the end of session 1 of Soldier of Fortune. I hope you dig it. Sorry for all the fucking nonsense there at the end. I was just trying to be funny. Like fucking do for how to save this game. Here we go. Alright. Game saved. Quitting game. Alright guys. That's it for this video. Hope you dug that. Hope it wasn't too crazy or too much for you. Next up, I don't know. I'm gonna have a good weekend away, have a good vacation, let these videos do their thing for a little bit, see how they perform, and I want you, if you're watching this, I want you to leave a comment and tell me what other games you want to see me play, what series out of the ones I've started you want to see more of, etc., etc. Just let me know what's up, and I will cater to you. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is. Here's an outro for you. Goodbye.